And welcome to this special video where Charlie Tanfield, who's a former world champion on the track and the current Commonwealth champion in the individual pursuit, shares his tips on how to improve your functional threshold power. So without further ado, so as a professional, do you kind of use functional threshold power in your training?
Yeah. So as I say, quite a lot of our training is done on the road. One of the main elements to a team pursuit is your FTP, because that's what allows you to recover in the line. If you've got high FTP, you can be recovering in the line so that you can spend more energy on the front. So for us, FTP training is quite a major part.
What would your advice be to anyone who is looking to improve their FTP?
So there's two ways of going about it, really. The first part, if you've got a lot of spare time, which most people do right now, is to spend a lot of time on a bike. If you spend a lot of time riding endurance, so like zone 1, zone 2, you build up mitochondria in your muscles, your body gets more efficient, you get a bit more capillarization, which I think it's called. And yeah, you can basically just, your muscles have a lot more endurance in them, I guess. And then obviously you need to couple that in with some high intensity efforts, riding around or above threshold. That's another part that can increase your threshold. And finally, your lactate tolerance. When you're riding at threshold, you're creating a lot of lactic acid. So being able to cope with these large amounts of lactic acid, that's another key element to improving your threshold. So I guess there's three parts there, you can say. Stuff like 20/40s, that can give you a very quick effect to your threshold, because you can deal with lactic acid a lot easier, just because you're getting more used to the lactic acid getting produced. Riding around threshold and above threshold, this is more of a longer term sort of thing. You have to be able to do this for a long period of time, for your body to adapt, to catch up with itself, I guess, with the training load. Yeah, so if you can do that for a long period of time too, and eventually your threshold will keep on increasing. There's no easy way around it. To get around it, really, you got to put a lot of work in, and you got to spend a lot of time trying to do it, to be, to increase it past a certain point. Yeah, I guess that's the three elements.
Would you advocate long interval sessions where you're just below your FTP?
Yeah. We do quite a bit of zone 3, which is, zone 3 is quite a big range, but below the zone below your threshold, you can get a very similar physiological effect, without getting as much fatigue. So you can essentially get the same effect, but also do a lot more of the zone 1 and zone 2 riding around it. You can increase your endurance in that way. And also, if you were to go out every day and do an hour of threshold, you won't get very far because you'll be written off within a few weeks. So this way, it's a lot more sustainable, and you can keep it up for longer, I guess.
Do you think other factors such as being in the gym or diet would have an effect?
Yes, definitely. So if you're not fueled for your sessions, then there's no way around it. You're not going to be able to produce a high quality effort without any without any carbs in your body, because that's your main fuel source. You're running above your fat burning levels. So carbohydrates, you definitely need to be well fueled. And then the gym is another one where, so say for us, it's a tough one. If you're just starting out training your FTP, you'll see a lot of gains early on. But with that method, I think there's a ceiling. And if you incorporate gym, you basically can raise that ceiling. You can increase your maximal power, which some people theorize that you will have like a trickle down effect where you can increase your FTP because all your other zones above you are higher. There has been studies to say that it has improved endurance and training too. So we incorporate a lot of gym into our program. But then again, we have to do a lot of anaerobic work too. It works for both.
Is it mainly squats you do in the gym?
Yeah, we do a lot of squatting. Do quite a lot on the leg press too. Obviously, leg press isn't available, and obviously keeping yourself in good condition, because if you're doing long hours on the bike, your upper body gets weaker, and you need to make sure that's in good condition to stay injury free. But yeah, I think it's good. You got to commit to it though. Like when I first started gym, I had such bad DOMS, which is delayed onset of muscle soreness. And it was so bad. Like I'd wake up in the morning, I wouldn't be able to like get out of bed. I'd try and walk down the stairs and just be in so much pain, just because I was so sore from the gym. And like getting on a bike is like, well, how are you meant to ride a bike with all this soreness? But if you commit to it after a while, I think it gets a bit easier, and you get used to it.
But basically, long-term commitment and doing it consistently.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say that's the main thing. Yeah.